What's going on, everybody? I'm back with another Prizepicks NFL player props video. Coming off a video last time we went 2-0, rocking with the over Patrick Mahomes rushing yards over Russell Wilson rushing yards. Talked about how I really liked that matchup. There were a little bit of weather concerns, thought they were going to have to create with their legs, and thought they could both clear these props, and they did. So we are officially back on a run on the channel, 2-0. For those of you that are new to the channel, anytime that you see that there is a run in the title of the video, that means that we are hitting at above a 65% hit rate. The reason that I do that is I do provide 2 picks to you guys for free. I want to provide you with as much value as I can as possible. If you're hitting at a 65% hit rate or higher, you're going to be getting a 27% return on your investment, which is really solid on 2-mans. It's more optimal to run 5 and 6-mans on Prizepicks, which is what I do teach and preach in the premium. Covering these primetime matches, we've had some blowouts, we've had some things go wrong, so the runs have been kind of short and extended. We've had a lot of sweeps where we've gone 2-0, but we haven't quite been able to get that full momentum going with back-to-back sweeps. So looking to do that in this one. You should still be doing really solid, like I said, with the sweeps, though. Every other video, we're going 2-0, it seems. But just looking to get this fully going. And if you are getting very serious, guys, would highly recommend you check out the premium content packages. It's linked below in the description. It's patreon.com/KJK_DFS. It's going to give you access to my Discord, all of my tickets in the VIP member package, all sports, all apps. I feel like I've done kind of a bad job of explaining this recently, like people are confused. It's all running through my Discord, so when you go to the Patreon, you're buying the package, but you're just going to give you access to Discord featuring all of these different things. NBA's back, NFL's back. It's a great time to join. We still have college football going on. So I just want to give a quick review and example of what's going on over there. Last night on the NBA picks, I went 13-4, hit out a 76.47 winning percentage. Like I said, with that ROI, that's really going to be good. I run a lot of 6-mans over there. Reason being, obviously, like I said, the 5 and 6-mans are optimal on Prizepicks. You're going to be getting that big return on investment. If you're able to hit at above, 55% hit rate, you're profiting. 60% or higher, you really start to see that ROI kick in, as you can see on the chart here. But like I said, 13-4 on picks. Just want to give a quick little review, like a little bit of a sneak peek at what's going on behind the paywall. So if you sign up, you're going to get access to all my tickets. So like an example of yesterday, these are the VIP tickets that I provided. I'm going to send them into you right away. And you're going to get access to, how much I'm placing on it, how many units. I have a 5-star rating system. So 5 stars is 2 units, 4 is 1 unit, 3 is going to be half a unit, 2 is going to be a quarter unit. So here's the first ticket that I sent in. Second ticket that I sent in yesterday for the NBA. And then third ticket that I sent in. So you're going to get these instant alerts as soon as I place the tickets. And you'll be able to tail right away, obviously. And then quick little review of how we did over there. Weren't able to sweep, unfortunately. Like I said, they were all 6-mans. You can see this one went 5-1. Double our money. Evan Mobley let us down. Unfortunately, that would have been nice to get that sweep. Only second day of NBA. Then the other one that I sent in, Gafford got in some foul trouble. De'Aaron Fox in that Sacramento game ended up turning to a blowout, unfortunately. But those picks did pretty well. And then the other one, once again, 4-2 in that 6-man. But overall, the picks did really well. Like I said, you look at the winning percentage last night, 76.4% of the picks hit. I feel really good about the process moving forward. We're going to get those sweeps. We're going to get on the right track over there in the VIP. But just wanted to break it down, kind of let you guys know what you're going to get access to. And then, like I said, the lower tier packages, if you're interested in the lower tier package that I do provide, that's going to give you access to all the core plays. It's just you're not going to get access to my tickets as soon as I place them. Bumps do occur. But you can get access to a single sport, a single app. If you are interested in like Prizepicks NFL, Prizepicks NBA, I do offer them for Prizepicks and Underdog. I just released the core plays at the end of the day. So an example of that yesterday at the end of the day when I was done with all my research, you can see these are all the plays that were within my tickets that I share with the VIP. They're just the core plays listed once all my research is done. The only downside is bumps do occur. So, some of these plays were bumped. Like, I can just go through the list right now and kind of think back. Brandon Ingram ended up getting bumped down to 26.0. Dennis Schroeder was a pick that I provided on the channel for free at over 5.5 assists. He got bumped up to 6.0. Kobe White, 11.5 points. He's a guy that got bumped up to 12.5. So that's just kind of the downside of the lower tier, but it's a cheaper price tag. If you want someone that doesn't really want to make the full commitment for all the tickets in the VIP, that's the alternative that I offer. Cheaper price tag, you get the core plays at the end of the day. I list them at the lines that I got them at. You can kind of go through and play the ones that haven't got bumped or, align your tickets however you so choose. But, yeah, that's what you're going to get over there in the premium. Like I said, the VIP member package is really where it's at. If you're really looking to get serious, like I said, every single one of my tickets, as soon as I place them, instant alerts, Prizepicks, Underdog, Sleeper, Parlay Play, Thrive Fantasy. Feeling really good about where we're at over there. A lot of work has gone into it. And I feel like I'm getting to that point where everything's kind of grooving. I'm sending the alerts right away. Everyone's getting notified immediately. So if you're getting serious, check that out. We'd love to have you join. I just think it's a fantastic time to join, and I think I might have been doing a kind of a bad job of explaining truly what you're getting with my premium. So a little bit of a longer explanation there, this one, but I just want to explain what's going on. If you enjoyed this content, let's get into the important part. We'll give you the 2 picks, but if you enjoy the content, would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss future content that I upload. It's free. It takes 2 seconds to do. Like I said, we went 2-0 in that last Thursday night football matchup. So you should have won some money if you tuned in. And looking to win you more in this one. That premium is linked below in the description, patreon.com. I'm also going to comment that, pin it. And if you haven't signed up for Prizepicks or you're a new user, you can use the promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 today. Lock in these picks. So let's talk about it. Let's get into the slate for this Thursday night football matchup. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Buffalo Bills. It's a 43.5 over/under, 8.5 point spread in favor of the Buffalo Bills. So Bills pretty heavily favored in this one, minus 460 favorite. I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to have to play from behind, being that they're plus 360. They're a team that throws a lot, as is, pulling up the Tampa Bay depth chart here. The pass-to-run ratio, you can see they're running a lot of plays in the shotgun. 65.4% of the time they're lining up in the shotgun. They're throwing 60.4% of the time as compared to running 39.6% of the time. And Baker Mayfield has found a new favorite target in Tampa, in Mike Evans. He's a guy that I had talked about previously, actually, on another showdown slate, I believe. I remember talking about how heavily he was being targeted. And the story continues to be true, guys. They're expected to have to play from behind in this one. Mike Evans has been targeted a ton, pulling up some analytics as far as how he's been faring on the season. You can see Mike Evans tied with Chris Godwin for first on the team on the Buccaneers with targets 47 apiece over 6 games. Playing a lot of receiving snaps are both of these guys. The average depth of target's been absolutely fantastic for him. Looking at the ADOT for Mike Evans, 13.5. He leads the team as far as anyone with a significant amount of targets. Long of 70 yards. Down the field, he's being targeted. Been really cashing in. Leads the team in touchdowns. He's been able to cash in for 4 touchdowns looking at his entire game log over the season. His receiving grades over those games against Minnesota, week 1, touchdown. Week 2, another touchdown against Chicago. Week 3 against Philly, he got in the end zone. Had a couple of back-to-back weeks where he didn't score, and then last week he got right back in the end zone again. Once again, being targeted heavily. 9, 8, 10, 3. That was that one outlier against the Saints, but then back up to 9 and 8. 8, 9, 10-plus targets every game. You're looking at his average depth of reception. Once again, like I said, it's over 10 yards every time, it seems, down the field. Really, his only issue has been a little bit of a drop issue, I will fully say. You look at his data, how he's getting the job done. He's got great receiving grades all across the board outside of the outside right in that 10 to 20-yard range for some reason. Hasn't quite converted in that area of the field. Outside of that, fantastic. 2 for 4 over the middle, 38 yards, 96 yards here, the outside left medium range. He's been able to hook up with Baker on the long ball quite often. 3 for 4 conversion on the outside left for 142 yards, 56 yards after the catch. So you get the point. I mean, the guy's getting targeted a ton. He's getting targeted downfield. Like I said, not only is he getting targeted, converting on a lot of catches, but he's also getting in the end zone a ton. Leads the entire Tampa Bay receiving corps with those 4 touchdowns. So Mike Evans has been getting the job done all across the board. Tampa Bay Bucks, I think, are going to have to play from behind in this game and throw a ton. And it's Mike Evans that they're going to a ton. So he's a guy that I have projected over his fantasy score prop over here on Prizepicks, and for good reason. I mean, the projections weigh in all this stuff that I'm taking into consideration throughout this breakdown, but I just want to kind of give you guys a visual, let you know just how involved he's been. 8 targets, like I said, 6 receptions, 10 and 4 receptions, 3, 3, 10, 5 receptions, 8, 6. So not only is he getting targeted down the field, but he's racking in a lot of receptions, and he's getting in the end zone. And I just simply can't quite wrap my head around why this fantasy score is this low. 12.5 fantasy score here for Mike Evans. Obviously, Prizepicks is very good at what they do, the algorithms factoring all this stuff, but I have projections that factor in all this stuff as well, and I've got Mike Evans going out there and getting around 17 fantasy points. It's a PPR format over here on Prizepicks. For those of you that don't know, the Prizepicks fantasy scoring format, you can see here, they're going to get, as far as receiving yards, 0.1 fantasy points for every yard, 6 for every one of those touchdowns, 1 for every reception. That's what I'm talking about with that PPR. So you get 6 receptions. That's an automatic 6 fantasy points, 6, 7, 8 targets. He could get up there. even more in those receptions, which you might be thinking, well, why wouldn't we just take his receptions prop? Well, the answer is I'd rather take his fantasy because of so many different variables. Like I said, he's being targeted a ton, but he's also being targeted deep downfield. And he's also being targeted in the red zone and he can score a touchdown. So rather than guess, I've got him projected over in the fantasy. Just take the guessing game out of it. We'll take him getting 10 receptions. We'll take him scoring 2 touchdowns. We'll take the one big 80-yard play down the field where he takes it to the house. It just kind of takes that guessing work out of it as far as the receptions, the receiving yards. Obviously, I dug into all that in the background of my research, and I just came to the conclusion of fantasy score just makes the most sense. Buffalo ranked 26th in allowing receiving touchdowns to wide receivers over the last 9 games. 27% more pass attempts when the Bucs are home, and Buffalo allows 33% more fantasy points to wide receivers when home. I should say Buffalo allows 27% more pass attempts and 33% when home. That's all stuff that's just kind of a side note. I mean, obviously, like I said, we already factored in all this stuff with the projections, but a lot to like here at this line at 12.5 for Mike Evans is the bottom line. Really do like this for pick number 1. We're rocking with the over 12.5 fantasy score for Mike Evans, being targeted heavily. It's downfield, and the conversion's been really high on the receptions. And then you look at the touchdown ratio compared to his teammates. He's the guy they're going to in the red zone. Mike Evans, the full package. Love this pick for pick number 1. And then pick number 2, rocking over to the other side. We got another really elite wide receiver in this game. You can make an argument he's the best receiver in the league. Obviously, that's a constant debate at each position, who's the best. But Stefon Diggs, tell you one thing he has is volume. Volume. Stefon Diggs, looking at this team, Stefon Diggs has 76 targets. The next guy on this Buffalo Bills squad with the same amount of games played, Gabe Davis, who's played all 7 games as well, has 33. His target share is absolutely absurd. Stefon Diggs, 76 targets, 55 receptions, 72.4% of the time converting on those receptions, 678 yards. Receiving grades across the board are fantastic. 82.9 receiving grade, only an 81.9 drop grade. This guy's ridiculously good. Look at the game logs. You can see 13 targets, 10 receptions, 7-7, 11-8, 7-6. Once again, another guy whose average depth of targets fantastic. 10, 11, 12, 16, 10, all 10 digits, or I'm sorry, double digits or more for Stefon Diggs on the season. 12.4 ADOT for Stefon Diggs. And you look at how he's getting the job done. Very similar to Mike Evans. He's all over the place, man. The short routes, the medium routes, the long routes, and then like I said, with Mike Evans as far as leading the team in touchdowns, Stefon Diggs also leads the entire receiving corps in touchdowns. 6 touchdowns on the season for him as compared to 4 for Gabe Davis. And guess what? Very similar story to what I just discussed with Mike Evans as far as the fantasy score prop, taking the guessing work out for us because I do have him projected over. Same story can be said for Stefon Diggs. 18.5. He's cleared this in 4 of the last 5, averaging 23.6 over that 5. And once again, I got him projected way over. Talked about Mike Evans. I got him getting around 17 in a PPR format from a base projection. Now, obviously, there's a floor, there's a ceiling. But I'm talking base projection when I throw these numbers out to you guys. Stefon Diggs, I got him getting 23. So 19 to clear the prop, essentially. He needs 18.6, whatever the case may be, but you get the point. And I got him projected, in the mid-20s. I think Prizepicks is just messing up on these two as far as the fantasy score aspect. They're kind of no-brainers. Lock them in for me when I have that much of a difference in projection. Like, I feel really good about it. This is obviously on the back end that's factoring all the data, the receptions, the possibility of touchdowns, the receiving yards, all that fun stuff that we're kind of discussing here, the average depth of target. And, of course, the implied team total. The Buffalo Bills have a 26 implied team total. There's a really solid chance of those 26 points, 6 of them come from a nice reception touchdown to Stefon Diggs. But he can get you there even without scoring. So pick number 2, we're rocking with the over 18.5 fantasy score here for Stefon Diggs. Showtime. We got 2 fantasy score props for you tonight. None of that passing yards, receiving yards, just locking the fantasy scores. Feel good about it. I did share a VIP ticket for free as well in the community is one other thing that I mentioned. This one went 5-1 on that last Showtime slate. So make sure you have your notifications turned on. If you don't, I'm going to try to give out more free stuff when I can. I hadn't been able to put out a video the last week for NFL and NBA starting up and stuff, but I'm back now. That one went 5-1 for a nice free 6-man. Unfortunately, Brandon Ayuk was the one that let us down on that one. But just keep an eye out. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all the above would be greatly appreciated as well. I'm going to start posting more content on those platforms. And like I said, I got a bunch of ideas in the background. It's just I'm a one-man show, and I can only do so much. But I'm going to try to give out more free plays and that stuff to show support to you guys that are tuning in. If you could hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. If you enjoy the content that shows support back, that'd be greatly appreciated. You can check out the premium once again. I kind of gave a sneak peek at the beginning of the video because I think I might have been doing a bad job of explaining. Like, some people are just like, do you have a Discord? If that is the premium, check that out if you're getting serious. Thank you for tuning in. Wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks NFL player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.